feel like I'm definitely gonna regret making this video. But I think it needs to be done so that they can actually patch some of these spots. We're gonna start the video off with this. We're gonna do some easy spots, then we're gonna segue into some medium, pretty good spots, and then we're gonna transmit into some, needs to be patched spots, because there's a couple of spots in here that I found that definitely need to be possibly patched, unless everybody ends up knowing about them and then they can get to them. But as of right now, I've never seen anybody hide in some of these spots. Some of the easy spots. I'm not going to talk about the ones where they're talking about, like, hiding back in security, like back here or nothing. That's too easy. I'm not talking about those spots. Some spots like this, like back in this corner. A lot of people, like if you have a vent, for instance, okay? You got a vent and you want to hide it. A lot of people come back here, check here, and they leave. If you tuck a vent over here in this corner of this desk, a lot of people that come through, and they look like this and they leave. I actually use this spot quite a bit. I actually like this spot a lot. That's an easy spot to get to, though. Another easy one that a lot of times I don't see a lot of people use that I really enjoy using is this spot right here. Not specifically for vents. If you throw a pressure canister down right here and line it up nicely with the light, it's actually a really decent spot. Not many people end up coming through here at this angle. They end up coming through it at this angle and not seeing it when they pass by, and coming through it at this angle, not seeing it. So that's also a really good spot for pressure canisters and even vents. Another really easy spot that I ended up kind of realizing is just right here. It's so simple. Not a lot of people decide to look into the garden in the middle. Not a lot of people, everybody scours the edges. And a lot of times people are going to come through this way. They're going to be blocked by the light. They're not going to see it through the bushes. They come through this way, it's blocked by the rock. They come through this way, it's blocked by another rock. It's actually an overlooked spot. Like, nobody really looks around there, and especially with this bench too. If you tuck one in this corner in the bench or something, not a lot of people come through this area as well. Another spot that I got away with a lot at the beginning of the game was just simply back here in this corner. A lot of people come back here and check right here, and they don't even check in the corner. A lot of people will end up coming through the window and looking through and seeing it. Now that people have played the game a lot, but that's also another easy spot that you can go to. It's a quick go-to for like packages or whatnot. Easily one of my favorite easy spots that I have rarely ever seen people find is right back here in this corner. If you line up in this corner and you look like in this area, I don't know if you want to line that up with something or whatever, but if you just look in this area and you throw it, that's tucked so good in that corner to where there's nobody ever going to find it if they don't know about the spot. My favorite part about this spot is actually using canisters to put, because you can stack about 3 of them in this corner where they're in a line that nobody's ever going to see them if they're running through. Again, I'm not going to go with any of the spots like back here in this corner or anything. Those are kind of too simple. But what I will do is show you that there is a way to kind of line up something with this desk. You can kind of come back here, throw a canister around in this area, and it ends up lining up nicely to where they can't see it. So right when it starts to highlight on their screen, they can barely see it on the ground. And when they come back, they will end up seeing it if they come back here, obviously. But they're not going to see it if they come back in this area this way, because it's just lined up perfectly with the desk. I would say that's an easy spot. A lot of times people don't check back in this area. So if you grab even just a package, right off the spawn, you grab a package and come into this corner and just throw it into the corner. People don't come into here to check in like these nooks. Never will they come back here. Granted, now again, people are playing the game a lot more, so they are figuring out these spots, and now obviously I'm making this video like a dump. So a lot of people are gonna end up finding these spots anyways, but that makes the game fun. Everybody learning new spots. If you have pressure done, if you throw a vent right here in this area, and pressure obviously is completed, nobody checks over here. Nobody looks to the right and looks at pressure. They come through here and they look both ways like this and leave. And if it's tucked closer to the left, on the left side there, even when they're running through this way, they can barely see it. That's another really good spot that I like. Another easy spot, and you guys are gonna maybe be mad at me, but is that English? Another one that you guys may be even mad at me, but this one is just such an easy spot, but not a lot of people check, is just right here in this corner. Behind the desk. Nobody comes back here typically to check sometimes. They just forget about it. Now this spot can be good and be bad. There's many ways that it can be bad. And I'm gonna call this an easy spot. You throw a vent down right here in this general area, get it close to this chair as possible. Everybody that comes in this way will look in this corner and leave. They can't see it. They look in that corner, they don't see it, they leave. And everybody outside, majority of the area is gonna be covered up by the chair, the back of the chair. And for this one, I'm just gonna call this one an easy spot. I don't really know how else to categorize it. If you have to do this vent as a dissident, you come over and you clean it. And when you put it in, throw it in, and then only screw in one of these bolts. This, I don't want to classify this as an easy, like it's an easy, so it's fine, but I can't tell you how many times this has worked. This has worked multiple times for me. A lot of people come into this room, they're looking for the vent. Out of the corner of their eye, they see the blue, so they don't think anything of it, and that's it. They just see this. You can do either one. Yes, granted, all they have to do is just screw it in to complete it, but I can't not put it on the list with how many times it's worked for me, I guess is what I'm saying. On to the intermediate spots, the medium. It gets a little bit more juicy here. We're gonna stay in the same room, machine, right here. Boom. Plop a vent right in the behind there. Nobody ever checks this. I don't even check it, to be honest with you. Right behind there. Nobody looks back there. You can even line it up to where they can't see it. If you find the right angle, like right there, you can't see it from that angle, and you can barely see it from this angle. Fantastic spot. And newsflash, they're all around the map and you can do it to all of them. Spot number 2 in security. One of my favorites that I use constantly. If you line yourself up nicely with this in the vent, you can line it up and actually get it more inside of it. People come back to the back of the desk, they look behind, they look in here, and then they leave. And everybody, when they're coming out this way, they're looking straight. But look to the right, you can actually see the vent. Can't hide it any better than that. Next one is in Botanic. Is it Botanic or Botanic? Someone tell me, because I hear different ones every day. Another great spot. You plop one down in here. It's even halfway inside the box, barely sticking out of that side. The majority of people aren't going to see it when they're walking through after they just checked here, and you can't even see it on this side. It's definitely a goated spot. Now, I don't know if you want to call this one medium per se, but it's actually a really good spot that I don't see a lot of people ever use. It's back here in this corner. You can throw a vent back here in this corner, and people come in and typically, you know, check it like in these corners over here, and then they leave. But there's a little nook that right back there that you can actually plop one in. And I would say another medium spot is back here in storage. You can actually come up behind this computer, and you can even sneak one in. It sticks out a little bit, but if you line this sucker up nicely, I bet you could fool some people. He's in there. He's in there. And another medium spot that I would even give is over here in storage. You throw a vent or anything that you want to throw, a delivery box. You can even snag a delivery box at the beginning and come in here into this corner. If you throw something down in this corner, there's not many people that are going to check that. They never look in this corner. So that's another, I would even call it a medium spot, because it's very rare that someone's going to check that. I know some people are going to say this is crazy, but honestly, I've seen so many people walk over this spot. But if you come into the small closet by pizza, if you just throw something in this corner right here, there's a very good chance nobody's checking it. A lot of people come into here like this. They come in, they check this corner, and they leave. You can't see it from here. Nobody comes over here and checks this corner. I mean, I keep saying nobody, but you know what I mean when I mean nobody. All right, now on to the Juicer McGooser spots. This is where, you know, these are questionable spots to where I don't know if they should keep these in the game. There's a couple of these where it's definitely not fair. If you come up on top of a machine here and you look back here in this area, you can actually tuck a vent back here to this point where they can't even see it. So right here, you can see a little bit of it in the corner, but when you're coming back here, nobody's looking in that general direction. You're going this way to look for a vent this way, and coming this way, you don't even see it. Another spot that I haven't really got to try yet, but I can't see it not doing well, is over here in the small computers area. If you take your nameplate, okay, the employee spot, and you line the corner up with the dirt right there, and you throw the vent, it lines up to where it looks like part of the computer. Yes, it's highlighted, but when people run in, they look at this corner and they look over here and they leave. It's highlighted, but it looks as part of the computer. You have highlighted areas on the yes and no, even when you don't have computers. So it kind of blends in with the highlighted area, and it looks like a disk drive, honestly. Try that one out. Let me know how that one feels, because I don't know if I would consider that a hard, but let me know. Next, another one. See, this one's controversial. I don't know if you want to talk about, you know, if this is a good hiding spot. Like, play with this one. Because this one, there might be something here that I don't know about. I've never seen anybody do this before, only me. You can come up on this box in analysis, jump up on this box, and you can even jump up on this box on top of here. No, you can't place it, it'll bounce off, but who knows? There might be something here where you can toss it somewhere that we would have to obviously notify devs to patch. If you're up here, there's a good chance most people aren't going to know how to get up here. And if you have an item that's crucial, I mean, then hell, you can just run from them. I don't know. This is an interesting spot. I've just never seen anybody up here, so I thought I'd put it in the hard version. Another one that I definitely forgot to mention here is if you come into medical and you hop up on this box, toss that bad boy up there, it actually stays on top of this box. And you can actually even do this on this box and the other one in the main room. It's obviously better in the closet though. Last but definitely not least, this is easily, in my opinion, the best spot, by far the best spot in the game. This one, in my opinion, definitely needs to be possibly patched. If you come back here in analysis behind this computer, you jump up on the desk and you just toss it at the wall. It bounces off and it goes right behind the computer. There's no way anybody's jumping up on there and checking back there. Obviously, now that I've made this video, there's a very good chance that people start doing this. So if you're looking for vents and you're playing with people that have played this game quite a bit, check behind the computer. I mean, it's very easy to do. It's a point and click. It's very simple. If you guys have any other spots that I didn't mention that you guys think are way better than that, oh, my hair's getting my eye. Then let me know. Or don't let me know, actually. Just catch me in a lobby and then hide it from me and I can't find it. That'll be even better. I think that's it. Deuces. See you in the next video.